What if I told you that some internet's darkest stories were never proven fake? And number one on this list might have looked disturbingly close to a real assassination network hiding in plain sight. Number 5. Grave robbing for morons. In the early 2000s, a disturbing VHS tape began circulating online. A young man, calling himself Anthony, stood in a cluttered basement holding what appeared to be a real human skull. Calmly, he delivered a tutorial on digging up bodies, cleaning bones, and even reattaching the mandible and dentures, as if it were a normal skill. He claimed to have friends and bragged about planning to rob Harry Houdini's grave next. Analysts noted that the skull's decay and background clues, like a late 80s horror magazine and a copy of Evil Dead 2, suggested the footage was real and likely recorded in the late 1980s or early 1990s. The tape surfaced on a DVD called Ensuring Your Place in Hell, but no one ever confirmed Anthony's identity or whether the video was staged. All that remains is a grainy recording, leaving a chilling question. Was it real or just an elaborate hoax? Number 4. The Jack Froese emails. In June 2011, Jack Froese died suddenly from a heart condition at just 32 years old. 5 months later, his best friend Tim Hart received an email from Jack's account. The subject line read, "I am watching." The message asked if Tim could hear him and told him to clean his attic. That detail was disturbing because shortly before Jack's death, the two had joked about how dusty Tim's attic was. No one else knew about that conversation. That same night, Jack's cousin Jimmy received an email from the account. Jimmy had broken his ankle 1 week earlier. The message asked how he was recovering and claimed Jack had tried to warn him. It even mentioned another cousin by nickname. The problem was timing. Jimmy's injury occurred months after Jack had already died. One explanation suggests Jack may have scheduled emails to be sent after his death. That could explain the attic comment if it was written earlier. But the broken ankle reference is harder to reconcile unless it was a remarkable coincidence. Friends denied accessing the account. No confirmed hacking evidence was ever made public. Then, just as suddenly as they began, the emails stopped. No one knows who sent them or how they contain such specific details. Before we continue, if you're into deep dives like this, real cases with real unanswered questions, subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Back to the list. Number 3. Kenny Veach and the M Cave. In 2014, a hiker named Kenny Veach left a comment under a conspiracy video about Area 51. He described finding a cave in the Mojave Desert near Nellis Air Force Base. The entrance, he claimed, was shaped like a perfect capital letter M. When he approached it, his body began to vibrate violently. Viewers demanded proof. Kenny returned to the desert and uploaded a video documenting his search. The terrain was harsh and filled with abandoned mine shafts, but he could not relocate the cave. Determined to prove he was telling the truth, he announced he would return for a longer 3-day hike. On November 10, 2014, he set out. He never came back. Search teams found his car parked where he said it would be. His phone was later discovered near an old mine shaft. A camera was lowered into the shaft, but nothing was found. No body, no clear evidence of what happened. His girlfriend later revealed that Kenny had struggled with depression and had once said that if he ever ended his life, no one would find him. Some believe that may be what happened. Others suspect he encountered something dangerous near the military testing grounds. Years later, hikers have searched for the M-shaped cave. Some claim to have found rock formations resembling it, even one that appeared sealed shut. None have been confirmed. His disappearance remains unsolved. Number 2. Chipchon. In 2008, viewers discovered a live stream featuring a woman living alone in a small apartment covered in handwritten signs. She became known as Chipchon. She claimed she was being held hostage by a corrupt police officer she called P. According to her, he had implanted a mind control device in her ankle, a chip that allowed him to see through her eyes, hear what she heard, and render her unconscious at will. Viewers watched her fall into rigid, unnatural sleep-like states for hours. She insisted she was not sleeping but being forced into shutdown. She showed rashes and wounds on her legs and blamed the device. When she left her apartment, she filmed police cars, convinced they were watching her. Some believed it was an elaborate performance art project. Others feared she was being abused. The most widely accepted explanation is severe mental illness involving paranoia or delusion, but without a confirmed identity or medical evaluation, that remains speculation. Her stream continued for years. Her true identity remains unknown. Number 1. Lake City Quiet Pills. For years, what appeared to be a strange Reddit community seemed connected to something much darker. A user named Religion of Peace created an image hosting site called Lake City Quiet Pills. Hidden in its source code were blocks of invisible text that resembled a job board written in military slang. References to wet work and contracts sparked fears that it was a covert mercenary network. When Mahmoud al-Mabhouh was assassinated in Dubai in January 2010, internet investigators noticed that coded messages on the site referenced a party scheduled at the same time surveillance began tracking him. The connection was chilling. Further investigation traced IP addresses to Newark, New Jersey. Linguistic patterns were analyzed. Eventually, researchers discovered that many of the mysterious phrases were lifted directly from science fiction novels written by Daniel Keyes Moran. The supposed military jargon turned out to be fictional lore. What once appeared to be a hidden assassination network was most likely an elaborate, long-running role-playing scenario layered with coincidence. But for years, no one knew that. And during that time, it felt terrifyingly real. Here's a question for you. What do you think was scarier? The idea of a real assassination network, or the fact that it turned out to be a decades-long roleplay? Don't forget to click that subscribe button.